Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome. So today we are going to be continuing the janitor job. So if you haven't been watching the last couple of streams, 2 days ago was mapping this stream. Yesterday was sort of preparing the logic for the janitor job. There's still a bit to go, but I actually fixed the bug that we were experiencing. Let me just double check this is alright. Everything's good here. Yep, beautiful. Alright, so the bug, what I'll do is I'll just jump straight in game and I'll show you. So the bug we were experiencing before was obviously the character not going into the idle position, you know, for the broom, and also the mop, we weren't positioning the broom right in the right hand, so the animation wasn't working properly. So we might be able to do that as well and get the mop situation going, because you can either sweep or mop. Those are the jobs for the janitor. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump in game. I'm going to show you pretty much where we're at today, how far we've got, and I'll show you the idle position. I've also got a button press situation where I can show you the actual sweeping. And when you're in the sweeping mode, it will go for 10 seconds, but you can actually walk around while it's happening, so you can pretty much so you're not necessarily sweeping one spot. You can sort of walk around and sweep until you're done, and then that is considered you sweeping you know, the area, wherever it's a cell block, the medical, commissary, stuff like that. So let's jump in game. Alright, so we've got an idle position. I'll show you that. So here's the janitor room. You have to obviously put your clothes on. See how there's a little forklift icon up there in the top left? I've got some more icons for different objectives for, you know, janitor, warehouse, kitchen, laundry, and all that type of stuff. But what I'll do is I'll go into the janitor portal or generate a task, and now it says go to medical and sweep the floors. So this is you in an idle position sort of thing, you know, with the broom. This is how you're going to be walking around, and say we have to come here type of thing, and then I think it's L, and then this is how you're going to be sweeping. So you'll have to stay here, obviously, you know, until you're done the animation, which will be any second now. And bang, you've swept that area. So that will be sweeping technically. So if you're on a sweeping task, you'll have a broom in your hand. Ignore this model. This model is just for reference. It's a mop, but it's not the mop I want to use. I want to actually get a proper broom and a proper mop, but this is for reference right now. But what we're going to be working on is sweeping first, just to get that done. But that's the animation. So what do you reckon, guys? Do you like it? Yeah, it goes for 10 seconds long, so that will be considered used type of thing, and then you'll come back here. Yeah, we have to maybe hide the broom at least while you're on the computer, and then we can complete the task like that. So that's the idea. Let me jump over to here. Shout out to the one watching. But that's pretty much where we are. We're 4 minutes in. Let's start. Actually, I've prepared a very big list of all the things we need to do to be able to fix everything. Sort of what I want to do is I want to make multiple cleaning tasks possible. So instead of so that way, let me show you. So then we can have multiple areas that you have to go and clean with multiple different types of tasks. So say it's location cell block A needs to be mopped, you know, medical needs to be swept, commissary needs to be swept, that type of stuff. So you can do one thing at a time, but what you'll do is you'll get all the areas that need to be cleaned, all the tasks. So it'll be a pretty long job doing the janitor tasks. But let's start working on some stuff here. So some of this stuff can be done. Add new objective icon. That's something we can wait. What I'll do is I'll go like this. This is what I do. The way it works is everything up here is like pushed back. This is immediately needs to be done. This is what needs to be done today. That's what needs to be done for the version. These are just some things that I still need to do, and this is the bug list. So make it so you're forcing a crouch when holding a broom. We can do that quickly now. Uh, I think this is where it's happening here as well. Yeah, force unequip and force uncrouch. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, what's going on here? Like motion states, okay. Handcuffed. Alright, so we want to go into janitor, and when we start the cleaning job, we want to remove all that stuff. So I'll check that comment in a second, guys. And also we need to work out if they're actually cleaning, because then they can't make sure yeah, make it so you cannot crouch while in a cleaning state. That's just I need some sort of variable to go off yet, but we'll wait till we're done, and then we might have something to use. So minimum maximum variables now to be localized, so we can have different prices for different jobs or different earnings. How you doing, Mirage, mate? Hey man, how's it going? Haven't seen your channel before. Oh, you must be new to the channel then. How'd you find me? Was it like was it just like, was it scrolling the home page, or was it finding me on Discord, or shout out to the free watching? But that's pretty much where we are, so we can do that. Let's move on. Minimum, we can, yeah, let's quickly do that because there's only literally one thing. This one here. Minimum warehouse earnings. Minimum warehouse earnings. I usually watch lots of UE5 video tutorials, and YouTube somehow recommended me your live. Oh, right. Well, I think some people sort of learn from these streams as well. That's why I try to explain everything I'm doing. I never really considered that's what would happen. I'm just trying to showcase my stuff to be transparent in the development of my game. But a lot of people seem to learn just by watching me. I don't think I'm in a teaching level right now where but I'm fairly knowledgeable in programming. We can duplicate that, so we can call this the max warehouse earnings. So we can go between $1 and $3. We'll call that, bang. So between minimum and maximum. All right, there's that. That's good. Let's get this there. They don't need to be replicated. All right, there's that. Now we can go to here. Yeah. Minimum janitor earnings. This is just so I'm not just like making it universal, I'm localizing them type of thing. Max janitor earnings. So how much should you earn for each cleaning task? What do you reckon, guys? I reckon we can go from $3 to $5. So janitors because it's really quick to pack stuff and count stuff. It's going to take you ages to do this, so you might as well get some decent money. We'll just call that. And now, theoretically, I should be able to remove that. That's good. All right, beautiful. Okay, earnings are localized now. Am I not distracting you too much from work by texting here so often? No. The whole the title of the stream is Game Dev and Chill. The idea is that I develop. I'm either developing, showcasing, playing playing the game, and at the whole time I'm talking to you guys, answering questions, all that type of stuff. So don't feel bad about commenting. I like interacting with you guys. I think it's a good thing because you can ask questions and I can answer them in real time and stuff like that. So it's very good. All right. So now let's look at some more of this stuff. So minimum max variables, make it so you can only do a cleaning task one at a time. That is part of that. Make it so equipment socket is passed through. That's going to make a lot of sense. No, it might not actually, because that might not need to be done. Make it so you cannot crouch run cleaning states. New objective icons, I've got them in. We need to rebuild that. Fix up equipment type names to set map accordingly. Fix up equipment type names to set map. I think I've done that. Make sure cleaning data boolean is set for finishing the task. Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet. That's part of this. Job type logic is not fully implemented. Alright. Okay. Alright. So now what we should do is work out where we are, what's not working and stuff like that. How does a janitor's salary work? It's like the janitor's job are for inmates. So inmates can work and earn money, very small amounts of money, but you can pretty much work constantly and do all different types of jobs. Do they get paid for each cleaned? Yes, they get paid each time they do a task, or do you have to complete a certain number of tasks? Well, currently I'm just thinking about getting paid for each task, or maybe you have to complete all the tasks, but I think getting small amount for each task and then having heaps of tasks will make it beneficial, because then you can make a lot more money as a janitor type of thing, because it takes longer to do it, so you end up with more money. You get paid more, you get more payments type of thing. But see, all this type of stuff, that we're in a pre-alpha stage right now, so I'm just trying to get to an alpha stage, which pretty much means the game in a base state with all the base features that the game will need in the final game. So these systems that I build aren't going to be very sophisticated. They're just going to be really basic when I start. So things can get upgraded later on type of thing. But right now, you can just either mop or sweep different locations. And you'll get a bunch of locations to do every time you generate tasks type of thing. All right, so let's jump in game and see how this is going. Also, after this, after we do the janitor job, we're going to be working on a language system. If you want to go to the Discord, these are the type of languages that I 100% plan to add. But if you want to suggest a new language, or you'd like to officially be a translator for your native language, jump into the suggestions and tag me. And if you suggest a language and I think it would be a good addition, I'll add it to the list. But these are the ones that I'm definitely going to add. These are sort of in specific regions. Like these two countries are in a specific region. These two countries are in a specific region in South America. You know, in Mexico they speak Spanish, and these two are in a specific region, like Indonesia and Philippines, close by. So maybe we can. I haven't done Europe, so maybe we can do Italian, Greek, German, maybe. It's really up to you guys. I can help you with translating Russian as long as it's not a ton of text, of course. Well, that's the thing. It's gonna be a ton of text. I don't know how many messages are going to be in the game, but say there's 500 messages. That's 500 messages that are in English that now need to be translated. How many times? 6 times. But yeah, so I might have to pay someone to do that. Someone that's, you know, works in data entry and translation. I can probably find this on Fiverr and just pay 6 people or something. But see, the way it's going to work is I'm going to have to do them all in English, then leave all these empty, and then you'll get the data table file, and then the Russian's got to do all the Russian text, and then he gives it to me, and then all these guys here now need to install Russian on their PC, or it's going to break the text. So this guy needs to install Russian, or it's going to break the text. Once this guy's done, this guy needs to install Romanian and Russian, or it's going to break the text, and so on. Especially for Russian, because Russian syntax is totally different. You know, with Indonesian, Spanish, Portuguese, even it's almost written in English letters. But let's jump in here. All right, so let's work out what's going on here. All right, so we shouldn't be able to generate tasks. You must first put on your working overalls at the locker. All right, so now we put the working overalls on. It says you can now work as a janitor. We can take them off and put them back on. Now we should be able to generate a task. Right now it's only generating one task. So if I go back to here, as you can see, go to cell block B and sweep the floors, and then now we need that type of logic. So let's start doing that logic, the actual sweeping logic, which is probably going to be the funnest part of this. So interesting. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. So we need triggers for starters. The triggers are going to be inside the interesting. Okay, they're inside the building individually. All right. So we'll put one down, and then we'll literally just work with one. So let's just get rid of this for now. So we need a trigger now. Blueprint cleaning trigger. Well, what's going on here? What's this? We don't want none of that nonsense. Cleaning location. Cleaning locations. Insuscettable, exposed on spawn. Print string. You can now clean this area. Okay. Alright, so there's that. So now we should be able to go like that and go like, we'll call it cell block A. One. The little mechanics you make remind me of the mini games from Gary's Mod and GTA 5 roleplay servers. Well, I'm actually from San Andreas multiplayer. I've been around this stuff I developed San Andreas multiplayer servers for over 14 years. I dabbled a little bit in 5M and stuff, but that's pretty much what I'm experiencing, and that's literally how I'm making this game. Like, the way I see it is there is no how do I explain it? C5M, GDA roleplay, that is a phenomenon. Okay, that's something that it was created by the players. Rockstar didn't create this. None of those AAA studios had an intention of doing that. That's a phenomenon, something that came about from online gaming on GDA, right? It's roleplay. It's role-playing, that whole aspect. And you can only really find that in the Grand Theft Auto space. And no AAA studio has catched on yet that fucking that's the future of gaming, and they should jump all over that whole aspect. And that's why I'm trying to build this game. I'm trying to build at least one of the first games that is designed like a 5M roleplay server, but it's an actual game. You know what I mean? Yeah, confidence. You got to have confidence in life. You know I can do this. I can do this. I can do this blindfolded. Essentially, I've been doing this for 14 years in San Andreas multiplayer. Now I'm just doing it in Unreal Engine. I started with Unreal Engine like 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, full time sort of thing. I sort of dabbled in it between all of that, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to somewhat pioneer this genre. It's because I like see how it's called Prison RP. I want to make Prison RP, Police RP, Medical RP, like all these type of servers. Even I'm even thinking about potentially making a pilot game where there's like we're gonna need an insane fucking map with a bunch of fucking airports and that, but that could be done. You know what I mean? But the whole dynamic is around 5M, completely player driven, no cutscenes, no missions. There is NPCs, but they're interaction based NPCs type of stuff. Did you move from developing game servers to making full-fledged games? Yes, that's what I pretty much did in early 2023. Pretty much when this Discord was created. I think this was when I went full out, 11th of March 2023. This is when I made this Discord and I went full time mode in Unreal Engine, because I realized, I'm like, wow, all these asset flippers, like one of the things about the asset flippers, I couldn't understand how they could come up with such terrible shit, and I knew that I could build a better game blindfolded. So that's why I'm here now, mainly because of the asset flippers. I thought, bro, I can fucking do this, and why not try and flip the whole fucking script, flip the whole table with that asset flip niche, and actually make a game that is built by assets, that's a large scale game, that's fun to play and is not broken, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, because I can't believe how some of these people have scanned millions of dollars and they haven't even shown fucking gameplay. Like Earth 2, like there is gameplay now, but it's a character running around a map. I can do that in about 30 minutes. But anyway, we need locations. Yeah, there we go. So now the way it's going to work with the locations, I'm going to get all these. What's it called? All these actors, and then that's how I know what locations are what locations. So then I can just drop a location down and it will be added. But let's get, that's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not the center. This is the center. But yes, I'm trying to be at least one of the first fucking studios in the world to literally take advantage of this absolute gold mine called fucking role playing. Absolute gold mine. And I'm telling you, the people that play on these role play servers are the most hardcore fucking players, the most dedicated players you will ever fucking meet. I'm telling you, they are on it all day, every day. And Rockstar, I think Rockstar has caught on to it, and GTA 6 is going to have a 5M style multiplayer thing because that's why they bought 5M. But if they don't, I for some reason think they're not going to do it the correct way and allow you to mod shit. I think they're trying to do that whole thing to try and prevent you from modding and only mod through their sort of system type of thing. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I really hope they allow the 5M phenomenon to exist, even under their leadership or whatever you want to call it, control. Uh, because because whether Rockstar likes it or not, this is going to happen. Like whether they like it or not, this is like people are going to role play. People are going to find games that they're able to role play in. You know what I mean? And unless you can point me out a studio that's taken advantage of it yet, no one has done it yet. So I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to show everyone how to do it and do it properly. All right, there we go. Little rants, but yeah, I'm probably the most dedicated, fucking driven person you'll ever come across. I'm telling you. That's really cool, and I've always thought about that in an engine. You don't have the technical limitations you face when a game is restricted by its own built-in functionality. 100%. Like with San Andreas multiplayer, there's a bunch of limitations. You can only do so much with a game. You fucking got you've literally got no brick walls. The sky's the limit, even to the point where if you need to modify the engine, you can, because you've got the source code to the engine. So if you need to modify the engine, you can. So yeah, like I'm loving Unreal Engine game development. So I've always loved programming, but I'm having like heaps of fun with this Unreal Engine stuff, man. It's beautiful. I can literally create whatever I want. There's abundance of models because I'm a programmer. I'm not a 3D modeler. I'm not an animator. I can't make fucking models for the life of me. I couldn't make that for the life of me. So to be able to build my game and program my game, I need a map. I need animations. I need models. I do all the programming myself because I wouldn't have it any other way, unless it's a situation like this and we can use a really complex, already replicated smart AI system for the NPCs instead of building ourselves. We've done that mainly to save time for me and the animator. But there's that. All right. So now we need to start going to generate logics and generate logics. Okay. We need to generate logics. We need to get the components for starters. That's why there are such dumb mini games there, like clicking on PNG images to earn money at a job. uh, I think yeah, I think you have less limitations with a GTA 5 than you would with GTA San Andreas, but yeah, there still would be certain types of limitations. Even limits, like object count limit and stuff like that. Alright, so there's that. We can get that. So now we need to go to here. And we need to get the data here and then generate it from here. So this interesting. Alright, we better go to here then. Get all actors from class. This is really the only way I know how to do it. If you know a more efficient way than this, because this is apparently not good to use all the time, but it's only happening literally once at begin play. Cleaning triggers. Promote that bad boy to a variable. Call it all cleaning triggers. Now when we generate the task, okay, that's right. So you have to go and clean all of them. So we can just for each this. Wait, is that gonna work? Fuck. That's starting the cleaning job. We want to generate the cleaning task. And yet, on the most popular Russian-speaking GTA roleplay servers, the job minigames are super dumb. Oh, that must be it. Oh, I thought I was reading the same message. Shout out to the free watching. But I think we should go here, and then we can... okay. Alright, that needs to go into there. That's right. Oh, wait. This needs to be an array now. Oh! Fuck. Shit. Whoop, there's a crash. Whoops. Fucking hell. Shout out to the two watching. So it shouldn't actually take that long now. We should 100% be able to finish his janitor job today. And then by tonight I can put up a short, or maybe sometime today, and I can show you the final version of the janitor job. And then we're going to take a rest from the jobs, and we're going to work on a language system, which is going to be very complex. And if we don't do it now, it's going to kill us at the end, type of thing. It's going to be way too much like to do at the end. We'd have to convert 500 messages compared to maybe 50 right now. But we're just building the language system. We're not necessarily translating everything right now. We're just building the language system, and we can leave it set to English. By the way, you turned out to be an exception among server developers. I've talked to a lot of Gmod server devs, and none of them want to move from modding to actual game dev. Well, maybe they're making money from that, because I think you can make money from all that type of stuff. Not necessarily San Andreas multiplayer, but I think, what is it, Roblox? I think you can make a killing out of that stuff, but it's what you're interested in, you know what I mean? Like, I was making San Andreas multiplayer, so it was basically just for a hobby. Like, you know, it was like, whoa, I can actually learn Unreal Engine, like, blindfolded, probably in 3 months. And it took about 6 to sort of get used to the UI and where everything is, and the way things work in Unreal Engine and all that type of stuff. Fucking hell, this is... Okay. That trigger's not here, man. Fuck. Oh, it is beautiful. Okay. Cell block A, okay. Okay, bang. Oh. Okay. Third time lucky. When I switched from modding in Gary's mod to UE5, my jaw practically dropped. The things you can do there compared to 1996 Source Engine is insane. Oh no, it's insane. Yeah, Unreal Engine's fucking insane. It's so powerful, man. Yeah, like there's no limitations whatsoever. I love it. It's really good. And going from that type of modding and scripting for those type of things is like having an advantage when you come into Unreal Engine. You know what I mean? Because you already know programming logic. Things like for loops, for each, booleans, strings. These are all universal things throughout programming. So off the bat, you already know what all these things mean. If you're a beginner, it'd be hard to wrap your head around a single variable compared to an array, or what a boolean is, or what say enums are done differently in Unreal Engine compared to San Andreas, for instance, which are like arrays. Yeah, enums are like you can store stuff like a string, a boolean, or something. With enums in Unreal Engine, they're just names, essentially. Then structures come into play. I think structures are a C++ thing. Okay, we need to. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, I'd have to for loop that as well. Man, fucking don't crash on me. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we're back. We're back. Get all actors of class. There's only going to be about 8 actors total, maybe, or 10 max. Cleaning. Promote to variable. All cleaning triggers. Now we can go to here. For each. Even simple things like interfaces, animation blueprints, and widgets speed up the workflow tenfold. Yes, like data tables, yeah, interfaces as well. Function libraries, blueprint libraries, and stuff like that. And the whole concept of components is fucking beautiful to me. Like how you can everything's components. So say there's a mesh here and there's like a static mesh, you can turn that into a static mesh actor, and then you get blueprint functionality on that static mesh. Or if it's a component like an actor component, you can do all the logic in the component. And if you do the logic here correctly, you can attach it literally to anything. To a fucking, you can attach. It's like attaching an inventory to a pallet, or to a brick wall, or to a door, like just by attaching it, and bang, it's got an inventory system. That's what I love about components. It organizes everything, because that's what was stressing me out at the beginning. With Unreal Engine, I was totally oblivious to what components were, and I hated the fucking idea that everything had to be coded into the character. I'm like, why can't I modularize this shit? But then I found components, and you fucking can. It's beautiful. But yeah. Because when I first jumped into Unreal Engine early 2023, I was oblivious. Like I was still learning the UI and all that type of stuff. But there's that. We need to go to here. Now we got this. We got that. We can go to general. Let's stop talking. Let's start doing some proper work. All right. So we want to now generate a task for each of the cleaning locations, which is now going to consist of the cleaning location plus a random cleaning type. This could go here potentially. Now we need to set an array element. we should clear this first. So I can get new tasks. Then we want to set the array elements of that bad boy. Split that bad boy. The index is going to be here. The location is going to be there, and that's going to be, this is going to be the random cleaning type. But right now I want it to force into that. The fuck is that? Oh, is task done? That's right. And then not done. Okay. So bang, bang. So it will create an array of all the cleaning tasks like that. That's good there. Okay, there we go. The cleaning task now needs to be an array. How did it happen that after 14 years you suddenly started learning Unreal Engine? What changed? Asset flippers. Coming across asset flippers and seeing, like, being absolutely baffled at how they can come up with such terrible fucking shit. And not only that, scamming people as well. I sort of knew that I could learn Unreal Engine very quickly compared to these guys and be able to build a better game probably blindfolded. So that's why I'm here right now. Sick of these asset flippers, and no one's doing anything about it really. And this is what I'm doing about it, is that I'm going to be hopefully one of the first. There's people that make games with assets, but I want to make a large scale game with assets. That's completely transparent. You can see me develop the game from start to finish. There's gameplay. The game's free to play, so there's no question of it ever being an asset flip. It's my first game. I'm not trying to make money or a windfall or an income out of my first game. I need to learn. I need to gain experience before I'm confident enough to start charging or teaching what I know about, because I'm still learning. So that's the whole idea. And my interest is learning how games go together and building a complete game type of thing. So that's what I'm doing right now. And also, I want to be able to sort of pioneer the genre called roleplay. I want role-playing to be a genre that the AAA studios pick up on, or at least people start copying me and stuff like that. What is an asset flip? I don't really understand the term. Well, an asset flip is where, someone, builds a game that's all these assets, let me explain an asset flip. Say there's an asset that's a map, right? And it's a really, really quality map of a downtown type of thing, you know what I mean? An asset flipper will download that map and try and play that map off as a game, right? And then make a Kickstarter thing, trying to get money for this universe and game that's doesn't exist, or doesn't even work, or will never come about type of thing. That's what an asset flip is. It's just like a house flip. How you buy a house and you hack it up and like to fix it up and do all these hacks and then try and flip it and make money. It's the same thing essentially. But if you're using assets to build your game and you're transparent about it and you're not trying to scam people, it's okay to do that. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of indie developers that are petrified to tell people they use assets because they think they're going to get caught an asset flipper because of these fucking asset flippers. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's a bit of anger and a bit of awareness that I can do this type of thing, and yeah, and and I feel that I need to do something. And with the things that I do in my life and the things that I succeed in, I try and pioneer in the smallest, slightest way that I can. And the way I mean by that is not necessarily carving out a path. It's going down a path that people are either too scared to do or haven't done, or if I can go down this path, I can probably change the whole concept of that path, like people too scared to download assets. Oh, I'm too scared of assets because of the asset flipper. Oh, but then there's this guy that created a really good game with assets and he was so transparent about it, so maybe I can do the same thing and it'll be okay. Because people that are scared like that, it's destroying their potential. And it's because of these asset flippers and their potential, because now they think they've got to make every single model, every single animation, and then the scope just becomes so big that they just lose lose a desire or the thing that they had in the first place when they're trying to start making games. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to talk and explain shit. Sometimes I've got a speech defluency disorder. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. It's, yeah. Sometimes I forget what I'm saying because I'm trying to explain something and it takes too long to explain it, and I'm thought about one or two things while I'm explaining it, and it's full on, bro. I'm telling you, it's like a disconnect between your speech and your mind. The way I explain it, and even a doctor said it, it's like human speech is too slow. It's way too slow for me to get out by the time, like, I've already thought one or two things by the time I've got what I've tried to set out, and it's like trying to explain something with a completely empty mind. Type of thing. It's like a completely empty mind. You're trying to explain something and you're just thinking about things possibly. I can even talk and then debunk myself halfway through the conversation, and then fucking by the time I finish the sentence, I've changed what I've said at the start of the sentence and reverted to something else. But yeah, it's hilarious sometimes. You should see me trying to fucking record videos, bro. The devlogs. Oh my god. They're so hard, the devlogs. But anyway. Let's stop ranting about all this crap and let's do this. Alright. Get this bad boy in here. Okay, beautiful. You can't break a fucking array, can you? Okay. For each. No, we don't want to break. If you're right and roleplay style games blow up, many will rush in, so you better build your name now while the niche is still small. I'm not really trying to be the first or trying to prevent people. I'm trying to fucking... I'm trying to pave the path in any way that I can, and I want everybody to follow me. So if you want to try and make this style game and beat me to the finish line, you better catch up, brother, because you've got to beat me to the finish line. If you don't beat me to the finish line, it's going to be a total waste of time. or it may not be a waste of time. Maybe we can finish at the same time and your game blows up more than mine. I don't care. All I want from this is experience, and that's all I want is essentially two things: experience and a player base, and maybe a team. That's all I want from this. Definitely need a team, because I'm not interested in learning 3D modeling or animations, and I do not want to. I'd rather have somebody that is really good at that on my team, type of thing. Okay, now this is going to be a bit of a pickle. We need to work out... Interesting. Interesting. Start the cleaning job. Okay. Alright, generates the array, and then we've got the array. And then we start the job, we loot for the raid, but now how's this gonna fucking work? Oh my god. Oh shit. This is a bit of a pickle now. We need to work out that logic, how that logic's gonna work. So, interesting. Okay. Okay, now we need to work out this, how we're gonna do this. How we're gonna like list this. Fucking hell, that's because we've only got one objective message. We need to somehow combine all those. Alright, it's pretty late for me, so I'm gonna head to bed. Thanks for the chat and productive work. No worries, man. This now needs to change to generate the task. We'll just call it the start the cleaning job, and then shit. The fuck? Oh, that would be, oh, fucking hell. Alright, that can be here. By the time we get here, we've got the array. We don't need to actually send, we don't need to do that right now, actually. Uh, oh shit, what? Oh wait, no, this is gonna be, okay, this needs to be saved for another function, and then when this message just needs to change. Uh, that needs to go here. So we could theoretically, yeah, we could actually, okay. So here, generate the cleaning task. So then we generate the cleaning task. Okay, we start the cleaning job. This doesn't need to do. Instead of start cleaning job, we need to remove that. And they just need to get a message. Notifications. OC send notification. We just need to tell them to go to the computer and start a task. Your cleaning tasks have been generated. And can start a task when ready. All right. So that's pretty much telling them so this is now going to be cleaning task button, generate tasks, but now we need to bind that. Oh no, that's not the one we want to bind. We want to do this one. Cleaning entry or task entry. There we go. We can bind that. Get button text. Wait. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Where's the data here? I've got the data here. Shit. Alright. I need to think this through. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to have this button go from start to complete. So you have to start the task and then you have to do that one task and then you can come complete it. How you doing, so? How you doing, too, so mate? Welcome to the stream. Shout out to the two watching. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Consider subscribing. But that's good there. But how we're going to work out if the task is done or not? Shit. Where's this information getting set? Oh, here. Oh, right, here we go. Oh, but that's the actual individual one. Okay. So, here. So instead of that, uh, Why is it a pure function? So now we can set the text of the complete button. Complete text, is it? Complete text variable. Set text. Alright, so if the task is done, we can do complete, or we can do initiate, maybe? Initiate complete. Alright. Okay. Complete and then not done. Oh, that's not doing anything. Alright. Oh, there's that. That should be good. So now once we pick complete, alright, so this is where we initiate and start the job. And that's going to depend on that boolean. I'll check the comments. Are we working on the mopping still? Yes, finishing off the, but right now what I'm doing is I'm making it so we can have multiple tasks and you can only do one task at a time type of thing. Be initiated, if it's been initiated or not. Which I could probably save here. Has been initiated. And then we can set the initiation like. This is where we do the Boolean check. So if they've initiated it and now it's done, we can complete, else we can send them a message. Should we be sending messages and stuff in here, or just... So if they initiated it and they try to complete the task, we can probably just do a... We're just going to go... For now, it's just going to be like that. Okay. Now we've initiated it. Task. Go to... Alright, so now we've got that. Now we can initiate the task. So now we should be able to initiate. That means I'm not going to be able to remove this. Can't clear the items here. Not allowed to clear items. Alright, moment of truth. Let's jump in game and see if we can initiate one task at a time and not be able to complete it until we've actually went and done it. But we haven't got any logic to set that boolean to it being done. And all we have to do is with the trigger here, this has got a location attached to it, and we just check if that location is in their list, and then set it to set the boolean to true if it's in their array list of cleaning tasks. Simple as that. So when we walk in here, we want this overlapping this to initiate a little button tip that we have to build in. That would tell you to press G or whatever, or press M to mop or sweep the floor, and then you can go into your little sweeping animation. But if you leave the trigger before your animation finishes, you fail the task, and then you got to come back and wait till you finish, and you can sort of walk around and pretend you're sweeping and stuff, and then boom, you're done. And then you can come back to the computer and complete the task until you've run out of tasks, and then you can generate new tasks. You catch my drift? Alright. Your cleaning tasks have been generated and can start a task when ready. Ah, interesting. Okay, so interesting. Oh, that's right. That's right. This is what's yeah, it's not happening right there. We need to. We don't want to clear the list items though. Fuck. Oh, we're gonna have to fucking see what happens. Fuck me, dude. Alright. For each. May God have mercy on us all. Oh, wait. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. May God have mercy on us all. Okay. Shout out to the two watching. Well, there essentially should only be one array element. Come on. What's going on here? What's going on here? Fucking, how many windows? Oh, here we go. We're pretty close actually. Once this starts working, all we'd have to do is do the logic for the trigger and bang, lay a couple of triggers down and bushka, we got some tasks. Oh, that's a bit of a pickle, that one. That's a bit of a that's a bit of a I think I know what's happening. This is not logicking. May God have mercy on us all. Just gonna clear this. We're just gonna clear this. You happy? Are you happy? The janitor. Oh yeah, no, we don't want to do that. We only want to do that. That's right. And then we can go there, and then this. And then we can clear the tasks. We can loot for that bad boy. Spawn one of these bad boys. Add it in the loop. Then when we're done, it should be good to go. Then this gets that. Maybe this is. What? Shit. This should be false, so then we can initiate it, and we initiate it. Then if it's initiated and the task's done, then we can do that, else we play a sound that they haven't finished it. Then this has got to go like this, and this has got to go like this. Okay, interesting. Might have hit a pickle. Okay. Generate the cleaning task. Clearing the array, looping through all the triggers, and then setting the array to have this. It's on the right index. We're literally getting the cleaning location from the trigger and setting it. So this is getting called, and the updating task is not working. So this is not working. I reckon I'm not getting set. This is not getting set. That's what's happening, and one of these is getting fired. Okay. So, okay, and then we initiate. This is where we initiate. Then we close that. That will go. Aha, this is where we. I know what's happening now. Working. Working. Set working state. Set working. Okay. Please go to the location. Okay. Okay, there's that. So let's go on. When you generate the task, we go into the that mode and go to there. Where's the update happening? Okay, so will we already generate the task? It's updating the list. Okay, so the updating the list is not happening. We need to update it. Oh. So that means I'd have to do that here. It's really the only way for it, like, because this needs to be set before that thing gets updated. Like right here at the bare minimum. So we're in a cleaning state when we're generated. Then we go into a locomotion broom or mop state when we're actually doing it. So now this might be good. There's also a delay. That's right. Where's this delay point. So when we generate the objective, we need to go into the okay. This is where we do a delay, so it doesn't happen at the same time, because we're going to go from, this is going to go from a typing. Okay, here. Yeah, I think that's, oh shit. We need to close the computer, then delay, then set locomotion state. Set locomotion. Locomotion. Set locomotion state. It's a multicast. Fuck off, bro. If it doesn't work, make it happen. Okay, there we go. So this is going from the typing state into, we need to do a delay because it's going from this state into that state, and this state getting reset is resetting this state. So we need to do at least a 2 frame or a 0.2 second wait delay, and then this should be able to go into the, oh, interesting. Interesting. We need to, sweeping, mopping. I think this is us now. Pretty close anyway. How long have we been going for? 1.5 hours, not bad. We'll definitely be able to get all this done. So once we get this part done, then we just need to do the logic where you actually can sweep the plate, the joint, and then set the boolean accordingly, so you can go back and complete the task. And then once you run out of tasks, you can generate more tasks. But right now, there's only going to be one task because there's only one cell cleaning trigger, which is cell block A. Alright, let's do it. Oh, fucking hell. One of those situations where I need to find the bug. And it's probably going to be boring as fuck of me just trying to pull my hair out until I work it out. But that's pretty much where we are. We're pretty much at a stage now where we want to generate multiple orders. And then once... okay, so you can't take your thing off when it's generated. I'm not getting a message for that as well. So there's still a lot of final touches I need to do to be able to get this working. But then we can do our little sweeping state like that. And I'm not going into the idle too. But that's how you're going to sweep. So all I need to do is get that working so we can do multiple states. Then literally all that needs to be done for here is that when you walk in here, a little button thing will pop up at the bottom of the screen saying press F. Press F to mop or press F to sweep. And then once you start sweeping, you can stand in one spot, or you can just, pretend you're sweeping around like that. And it takes 10 seconds for the animation to start and finish. Then once it's finished, it'll go boom, and it'll go, the area has been cleaned. You can now complete the task. And then what you got to do is you got to come back here, complete the task, and then you're able to initiate the second task. And then once you've run out of tasks, you can generate more tasks. But that's pretty much where we're going to leave it. Probably, it's one of those streams where we can't go for 2-3 hours because we've hit one of these pickles. It's just, the logic's not logicking, and I need to sort of sit there and work it out, and it's better to do an off stream type of thing. But shout out to the 4 watching. We've been going for an hour and a half. I think that's a pretty decent stream. And I've also been going for how many days now? Today, yesterday, the day before that, and then so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 streams in a row. I think I'm going to take tomorrow off just so I can have a bit of a rest. So there won't be a stream tomorrow, but there will be a short coming as soon as I finish this generator system. There will be a short sort of showcasing the final version of that. And then the next time we come back to the stream, we'll be working on a very, very complex language system. So this is going to consist of a database table, a data table setup, potentially a series of data tables. And then what we can do is we can build the language system around, so then we have all the English messages. And then at the end, we can just sort of translate, or before we test, we can translate all the, we can translate English to all these languages, which is going to be a task, but it needs to be done. And it's very critical that we have these languages, because the way it works, especially with, this is what I learned from San Andreas multiplayer, is that 80% of the player base in San Andreas multiplayer are Russian, Portuguese, or Spanish, right? This is a large percentage of the player base as well, Romanian as well, a large percentage, but mainly these guys and these guys. I remember I changed my server from just English to Russian, Portuguese, Spanish, and Indonesian, and it exploded. The player base exploded because of the Russian servers. And some of these Russian roleplay servers have got 1,000 slots, and there's 1,000 players on that server, and they've got 6 sister servers, and they've all got 1,000 slots maxed out on, like, because a large percentage of the world doesn't speak English. You know what I mean? So, and what I learned from it is that, when people are from Russia and Portuguese and they join your server, they most likely cannot speak English, let alone read it. So it renders the game unplayable for them. It renders it unplayable for them. So just by having these languages, it now gives Russians the ability to role play, and all the text is going to be in their language. Everything will be in their language. They'll be speaking to people in their language. So it'd just be like a Russian server for them, or a Romanian server, or a Portuguese server. This is very critical we do this, and very critical that we do it earlier on, because it will become a big task if we need to convert, say, 500 messages at the end of the game, rather than maybe 50 right now. But if we can build the structure and get those 50 done, all I have to do is then follow a process to add new messages, which is going to take a lot longer than just typing a message, but that stuff needs to be done. This needs to be done. We want a player base, and we want a decent player base, and if we just stick with English, we're not going to get those big numbers, if that makes sense. But that's pretty much what we're going to be working on in the next stream. It's definitely not tomorrow, but it'll probably be the next day. So that's where I'm probably going to leave this stream. If you're new to this game and you want to check out, if you want to join the community, jump into the Discord link in the description, or go check out the devlog links playlist if you'd like to catch up in the development of this game. But that's probably where I'm going to leave this stream. I'm going to take a rest tomorrow, and today and tomorrow I'll get the janitor system working, and keep an eye out for a short for the final version of that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in 2 days. Thank you.